The old house creaked around me, settling into the night like a ship sailing a stormy sea. Rain lashed against the windows, mimicking the frantic drumming of my heart. I was alone. My wife and kids were out for the evening, leaving me to guard our home while I waited for their return. I tried to lose myself in a movie, but the cheerful sitcom on the screen couldn't penetrate the oppressive atmosphere that had descended upon the house. Then it happened. I was sitting in my living room, engrossed in the TV, when a chill ran down my spine. Goosebumps erupted on my skin, and every instinct screamed at me to run, to hide, to do anything but stay where I was. I turned slowly, trying to pinpoint the source of the sudden dread. But the room was empty, just as I had left it. The hairs on the back of my neck stood on end, and I could have sworn I felt eyes boring into me, even though I was sure I was alone. The whispers started then, faint and unintelligible murmurs that seemed to slither through the house like a venomous snake. They were like the dry leaves that had found their way under the floorboards, rustling with the movement of unseen things. I strained to listen, my heart pounding against my ribs like a trapped bird. The whispers grew louder, more coherent, forming words that sounded like screams in my head. But before I could decipher them, they vanished as quickly as they had come, leaving me in an eerie silence that was somehow even more terrifying than the whispers themselves. My gaze fell on the grandfather clock in the corner of the room. Its pendulum swung with monotonous finality, marking the seconds that stretched into an agonizing crawl. I told myself it was just my imagination, that the stress of the past few weeks had finally caught up with me. But as the minutes ticked by, my conviction faltered. Then I saw it, or rather felt it. A shadow, dark and imposing, detached itself from the corner and began to take shape. It flowed and pulsed like a living thing, coiling and uncoiling in ways that defied the laws of physics. It was as if the very fabric of the room was being torn and twisted, reality itself unraveling before my eyes. I wanted to scream, to break the suffocating silence with a primal roar, but my throat was constricted, my voice trapped within me. Terror lent me speed, and I fled to the bedroom, my sanctuary, or so I thought. As I stumbled into the darkness, the whispers returned, swirling around me, seeping into my bones. They taunted me, mocked me, echoing my deepest fears and regrets. The door slammed shut behind me, and I could have sworn I heard a voice, raspy and hollow, whisper my name. But it was just the wind, I told myself, clutching at the sliver of moon hanging outside the window. Just the wind. My breathing grew heavier, my heart threatening to burst from my chest. Was I losing my mind? Had the stress finally overwhelmed me, leaving me at the mercy of my own fracturing psyche? Or was there something, someone, in the darkness with me? As dawn broke, the oppressive atmosphere lifted as if the malevolent entity that had invaded my home had sensed the coming light and retreated back into the shadows. With trembling hands, I called my wife. Her voice, a lifeline to sanity, pulled me back from the brink. I told her about the shadows and whispers, about the overwhelming dread that had gripped me. But as I spoke, I could feel the remnants of fear clinging to me like a shroud. When she arrived home, I was still shaken, unable to comprehend what I had experienced. My wife, ever the pragmatist, suggested that I call a friend, someone who could offer a rational explanation for the events of the night. But as the hours passed and no logical answer was forthcoming, a chilling realization dawned on me. Sometimes the most terrifying presence isn't seen, it's felt, lurking just beyond our perception, waiting to be acknowledged.